So I am riding the train home, and I just kind of had a thought because I started reading The Artist's Way. Nothing else to do on the train other than read. Well, for right now, I could listen to music, do whatever, but I'm gonna read my book. So, as I was reading like the introduction, it was like saying, right. So, where's the sentence, right? Okay, I'm just gonna read like one sentence, the one that sparked that thought. Okay, so it says, while using, teaching, and sharing tools that I have found, devised, divined, and been handed, I have seen blocks dissolve and lives transformed by the simple process of engaging the great creator in discovering and recovering our creative powers. So I just wanted to like the thought that kind of like got sparked or whatever was like when I first started my artist way journey, like in 2024 when I got the book, like I kind of felt like I was discovering my creativity, but as like I started going like into the course weeks or whatnot, like I was just remembering like how creative my life has always been, like how creative I have always been in almost every aspect of my life. When I engage with the world, when I engage with my siblings, when I am sitting to myself, when I am, just always having a flow of creative energy. Like, let's see, what I, as a kid, I tried tap dancing. Um, I actually also painted a painting and I sold it for like $20. I don't remember how old I was, but I do remember it. I remember it happening. Um, I participated in a lot of like shows at school and elementary school, like dances and singing and stuff like that, or skits even. Like, so yeah, I don't know why I wanted to like say that or make a video on that, but like, yeah, I really felt like at first I was discovering my creativity. Like, so late in life, I felt like, damn, like I'm not like I've never been creative before, like, and then you know what else I completely forgot, nigga. I went to a performing arts school, so like um, it was really music focused and based or whatnot. So I was like in choir. I've always been a singer. I've always loved singing. I did try to write songs in middle school, and I've always wanted to like write songs about my experiences in life and my perception of life or whatnot. But when I sat down to write that song in middle school, that shit got too deep. Like I was so vulnerable. Like I was writing like what I was like remembering going on in my life during that time, and a lot went on in my life during that time. Like as a little black girl in America, damn, I am a very strong motherfucker. I'm just gonna say that. But when I went to write down my experiences and put it into a song, I saw that shit and I was like, hell nah, this shit can't be real, bro. This is not real. So I like threw away the song and I never wrote another song for a long time after that. But I started writing songs again last year when I was 22. So I'm happy that I got to recover that part of my creativity. Um, but as I'm saying, like the whole point of this is just to say, like I've always been an artist. I've always been a creator, you know, and I just think it's really interesting that when I first started my journey 2 years ago in 2024 when I got the book, I really thought that, like, damn, I never was creative. You know, like literally my whole life was just me being creative and trying to find what is the best, creative outlet for me. And I know for sure now, like more than ever, like music. Like I knew it for a long ass time that, like, oh yeah, music is my, just my go-to for creativity. Like, oh, like let's make music, let's listen to music. Like even in high school when I wasn't really like writing songs or like the only singing I was really doing in high school was like in the shower or at my shows at school, because like I said, I went to a music focused school and I was in choir. So to get those credits for my music class I had to perform. So yeah, a lot of my singing was like mostly in school or alone or whatnot. Or we did have to do these like things where we had to like perform for like a state judge to like, it was kind of like our regents for music class, the this that standardized testing or whatnot. And pretty cool, very interesting aspects. Like I got to like see different parts of music then, like the classical music and the gospel music, and being able to sing in another language. Like I used to sing in German, Italian, English. As I was saying, I used to like perform songs in like other languages, and it was just so interesting that I got to be a part of that. But the fact that I don't know what really, like, I really wonder what made me feel like or made me forget during that time that, like, I was always creative. Yeah. I just think it's so interesting. Yeah. I mean, I do feel like there's a lot of parts of my life sometimes that I don't remember. I even expressed it to my family in the summertime. Like, I used to, like, group FaceTime call them and be like, oh, yeah, guys, like, I feel like I don't remember most of my life. You guys want to tell me about it? Because I don't remember, I feel like I don't remember a lot of good shit. I just remember all the shit that I went through, at least during that time. Now that I'm kind of like sitting right now and taking the time, I'm like remembering, like, girl, you had a good life. Like, you got to experience some good things. You got to see and discover and be a creative. Like, you know? And I'm so grateful for that. I'm grateful that I can recognize that now. I'm grateful. I'm really, really, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that I can acknowledge and remember and notice these things. And I hope to remember more good things, you know. Anything else I want to say? Mm, let's see. But yeah, I feel like most people who don't think they're creative are like usually probably like one of the most smartest creative people, like, word. Because even like, yo, like just thinking back to like some of what like my best friend says to me, like about like sometimes I like to write letters to people that I really care about when I don't when I feel like I want to have a conversation that is gonna have a lot of emotion. And sometimes when emotions get involved, like it just kind of make it it feels like it makes it harder to get a point across. So I'll write letters instead. And she was like telling me like, oh, like that is so inspiring. I feel like that is a creative way to express your feelings, or writing a letter. um what else? Or even like when she was like, she had texted me one time and sent me a photo from like about a celebrity or whatever, about like something that they were wearing. And she was like, from a stylist point of view. And I'm like, oh, like you think I'm a stylist? Like, I love that because I really do love like playing dress up with myself. And I do hope to one day like be a designer as well as a singer songwriter. That's like something I want to explore. Like, I always wanted to get into like sewing, and I love styling. I used to like play like styling games on like the computer in school growing up. But yeah, just more ways that I am a creative person. I'm just fashion, music, I'm in there. I really like drawing. I really like drawing as well. Um Not the most professional drawing. I don't have the most professional drawings, but I do like to draw, and I do hope to get better. Painting, I also love painting. I think I showed one of my paintings in my earlier videos. Um, it's like it was like on a piece of glass, and it was like these hibiscus flowers, like the one on my hand. And I left it at my sister's place just for her to have. I like leaving small sentimental things behind so that people can remember me. You know, Not that my sister would forget me, but it's just it was a lot going on in my mind back in Florida. It felt like it was a lot going on in my mind, but things have been getting better. They haven't, so. But that painting is sentimental for me because of the colors I painted it with, which was yellow and green. Like for me, like it was just like me. Okay, so for me the painting meant like I'm just doing my best to find happiness and also grow. Not just find happiness but maintain happiness. Let that be something that is like centered in my being or whatnot. um and then like the green around it was just the infinite, you know growth, the infinite evolution of me in the best way possible. Like I said, that goodness, that happiness, that joy is like the center of it. So yeah, definitely like a little sentimental painting. I hope my sister cherishes that painting because I love it. I do. I'll probably like try to recreate it at some point. I've got mad paint at back at my mom's house, so yeah. And getting glass to paint on is easy. I can go buy some at the store. I should try to find a thrift store that has like old glass and stuff, because I found like a lot of glass at this one thrift store in Florida, and it was like $1 for a big ass piece of glass. It was really a picture frame, and I took the glass out. But anyway, yeah. So that kind of about sums up what I was saying. I am really a creator, and I need to make more art. My art is important to me. It is so very important now more than ever. Like, I need to focus on creating the good things, that I want to see in the world. Word. That's important to me. And I want to always remember that I have always been a creator, one of the best creators that I know. a great creator, a good creator. Like, word. So I hope everybody just remembers that they're an artist. You know, never forget. Art is important in this world. And I think that's all I have to say for right now. I'm going to finish reading my book. Laters. So I just got one more thing to share because I feel like it kind of resonates with what I was saying on the train. So, this is something I picked up in a thrift store while I was staying in Florida for a little bit. So, I'm gonna read it. And I hope it finds the right people and I hope it helps. I do. Follow your dream. That's the title. Follow your dream. Take one step at a time. Don't settle for less. Just continue to climb. Follow your dream. If you stumble, don't stop. Don't lose sight of your goal. Press on to the top. For only on top can we see the whole view. Can we see what we've done and what we can do? Can we then have the vision to see something new? Press on and follow your dream. So, yeah, definitely feel like that resonates a little with what I was saying on the train. Sometimes we have a dream, and sometimes, due to like circumstances and things happening, we forget sometimes. But it's okay as long as we remember to follow our dreams. And my dream has always been to be a motherfucking singer, a star. Like, I've always imagined myself like just performing and singing. And I feel like being a songwriter was like something that kind of developed later on, after I figured like, damn, like I really like this singing shit. And then I tried to write my first song back in middle school. That ain't really, but it's okay because I always remember my dream and I'm gonna keep on going. I am gonna keep on going because I've got this. So yeah, that's it. Laters.